Hello, today I'm here with Stan Flitner from the Diamond Tail Ranch. He runs the ranch with his son Tim, and there's actually 3 generations currently working on the ranch. And today we want to find out about kind of his management strategy. We're coming into a year after drought. What are your considerations, things that you consider a year after drought in grazing the range?
Well, I guess the most important thing is recognizing the drought and managing your land properly before you go into a drought. Your country's got to be in pretty good shape going into a drought if you're going to come out of it in any kind of with any kind of yield on your grasses. If you hurt that grass during a drought, then it's going to be, if you stress those plants, it's going to be tougher on a drought. And as you know, we've been here a long time, and a lot of things have changed. The bar is raised. Our country's in a lot better shape than when my dad was here, and we were thought to be pretty good grazers back in the 50s. And it's in much better shape now because they've raised the bar. We're dealing with the environmental community, and we're also dealing with people that don't understand the cattle business, that are range cons, that don't understand our business. And some of them, I don't think, they have a different agenda than they did 40 years ago. So when they cut our flexibility, it's a little bit hard to come out of the drought. It's a little bit tougher. But if we have the flexibility built in our programs, so when we go into a drought, that we're not overgrazing or we're changing use, and then when we come out of that, it's a lot easier to manage that land, and that land's in a lot better shape. So it's a lot more important on what you do during the drought than it is coming out. If you do the right things going into a drought, coming out of the drought gives you a lot more flexibility, and those plants are stressed. You've got to take it easy when you come out of a drought. You can't go back out and graze at full tilt. It's better if you don't. If you can change the seasonal use, or sometimes it's when we feed hay. It doesn't really matter when you feed it. You can feed it and maybe stay off there in the spring, and feed a little more hay in the spring, stay off your pastures in the spring. So that's mainly what we were in a drought in the 70s, and we improved country in the 70s, going in and coming out of the drought, because we had some range cons that really helped us, and I learned a lot from some of those range cons that worked for the BLM, and I think they helped us, and we improved that ground, and it taught us how you can, there's sometimes you can even overgraze in the wintertime, so you have to be careful all times, and you have to be out there and recognize when your plants are being stressed and take care of them.
Okay. Well, thanks, Stan. From the University of Wyoming Extension, this is Dallen Smith.